Hey, what's going on, guys? Today, let's talk about creating high converting product pages. I'm going to give you guys my piece of advice and some tips, tricks, and just a bunch of information that you guys can use right now on your Shopify store that has a zero conversion rate. All right, so this is going to take a few minutes to explain. So if you guys can stick around, I guarantee you guys can take something from this and implement it today into your business. If not, go watch a cat video, go watch Andrew Tate, go on TikTok. But stick around if you're a serious dropshipper and want to learn some tips, tricks, and hacks and build a really high converting store. Okay, this stuff isn't fun and honestly it's quite boring, but the boring stuff makes money, so let's talk about it. All right, so let's jump into this whiteboard real quick. So what most people do is they actually don't focus on the basics and they don't focus on the needle movers. So let's focus on the needle movers, things that are actually going to move your business in the right direction. So you have needle movers and you have bad needle movers. So the bad needle movers are stuff like colors, like I'm going to split test my add to cart button or add scarcity tactics. Basically everything that is in the Vitals app. If you guys don't know what that is, I don't recommend you guys get the app, but basically everything in Vitals are just not needle movers. They add scarcity tactics, they add like stars, they add like sticky added carts, whatever. All that stuff isn't going to actually move the needle of your business. And the truth is, you don't need much to completely change your landing page. And we're going to talk about the most important things, which are your product images. And most of you guys just pull product images from AliExpress and then just upload them to your store. And this is the first thing people see when they land on your page. Your graphics, right? Your images or videos. Specifically, your product images are the first thing they see. It's on top of the fold. If you guys don't know what the fold is, it's like you land on a screen and what you see first is the top of the fold and then you scroll down, that's another fold. So for product images, I will take the product image from AliExpress and remove the background and go into Canva. And you can do this for free on a free Canva account. And just type in design product images. And they have a bunch of templates that you can use. And you can just drop your product image on their template and then change the colors, change the words, whatever you need. It makes your product images a lot more branded. And it takes like 5 minutes to do. And it's a huge needle mover. And I know this is a big needle mover because I've split test all of this. I've split test all of this beforehand, so I know what I'm talking about. I spent hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars split testing these things. So product image is number one. And why is it number one? It's because it's the first thing people see. Most people don't even scroll down your entire page, right? Like you're running ads to cold traffic. It's when they land on your page, it's the most important thing, your product images. Now, what's next? Your product name. Your product name is very important. Think of Hydro Flask, for example. They were a huge trend, a booming D2C brand, and their name was just unique and it standed out. And I don't know if Hydro Flask split tested their names, but they probably did like some sort of a test, a natural selection test, and found out what people click on and what people read the most. And an easy way to do this is to set up your landing page and then use an app like ABC Convert and split test 4 different landing pages. And the only variable you change is the product name. It is actually a huge needle mover because it's the first thing people read. If you can spark some sort of curiosity or solution aware in your product name, it will drastically increase your conversion rate. And I've seen it happen because I've split tested all of these things on my own brands and my own stores. So I know they work and I know they change your conversion rate. So product images and product name, again, the first 2 things people see when they land on your page. These are the needle movers. And then number 3, you guys can probably guess it, is your price. Your price, which is your offer, right? You don't need to add, buy one, get one free, buy one, get one half off. The actual price of just one unit is what most people are looking at. So again, you can split test different prices. If you're doing something like $39.99, you can even try $40. Like if you're doing something like $39.99, I would split test $5 below and $5 up. So you can go to $44.99 and then $34.99. And you might find that raising the price doesn't even affect the conversion rate at all. It just improves your margins without changing anything else. Super, super easy to do. Again, super easy to split test. Okay, so we're moving down the funnel here. You guys see the fold, right? Product images, product name, and price. Very, very important. These are like the basics of your landing page. And a lot of your guys' problems actually arise in the basic fundamentals of your landing page. Some advanced CRO strategy or CRO tactic or whatever isn't going to fix your problem of low conversion rates. Usually 80% of your problems lie in the basics and fundamentals of marketing. So what's another basic thing that is also very important? It's your headlines. The headlines on your product page stand out the most to your consumers when they're scrolling down the fold. Most people just read the headlines and don't even care about the subheadings. So what you can do is change your headlines to be more solution aware, problem aware, features, benefits. Like you guys know the saying of sell the sizzle, not the steak. That's exactly what you want to do with these headlines. You want to spark curiosity. You want to inflict emotions in your consumer to ultimately make a purchase, add to cart, and make a purchase, right? So again, you can split test these. You can do a 50-50 split test, or what I like to do is I like to make 4 different landing pages. One of them is the control group, the very first one I make, and then I make 3 other ones, so I have 4 total, and I'll split traffic by 25, 25, 25, 25%, and I'll let it run for a couple days, and I'll see which landing page has a higher conversion rate. Then I'll turn off the test and change my main landing page to the one with the highest conversion rate. It's not rocket science. But what most people do is they split test these things. They split test the add to cart, dynamic checkout. They split test the colors. All this stuff doesn't move the needle. Like you're not going to see a jump in conversion rate. Doing these things, you're going to see you can see a spike in your conversion rate when you actually focus on the needle movers, the basics, not some advanced CRO strategy tactic that means absolutely nothing and doesn't actually move the needle. It's just incremental, super slow. Doing this stuff isn't going to take you from a 1 to a 2% conversion rate. It might take you from a 1 to a 1.1 in conversion rate, right? These aren't needle movers. So these 4 things right here are by far the most important. And other things that are needle movers as well are like social proof, adding good reviews, showing testimonials off. So you can do social proof. And then the last thing is just the images and GIFs on your landing page itself. Those should align with your headlines. So when you change your headlines, you don't need to change your images, but it's something that you can split test. They should align together. And as your customer lands on your page, they read a headline, and your headline, quick tip here, your headline has one job. It's to get your customer to read the next headline. How do you do that? You add pictures in between to get your customer to read your headline, spark an emotion, and then they see your image, they analyze your image, and they continue to scroll. This is all you want them to do. Headline after headline, you're building social proof. And as they go down the funnel, and the longer they stay on your landing page, the more likely they're going to make a purchase. Now, you guys might be wondering, how do I come up with good headlines, with good images, with enticing copywriting? Personally, in the last 6 years of doing e-commerce, I've learned the most about copywriting and direct response marketing by reading books. Yep, boring stuff. It didn't come from watching a YouTube video that showed me some new tactic. It was all the fundamentals, and I'm reading direct response marketing books written in the 1950s. Like, those principles still hold true today, and you can learn so much from reading books from the best direct response marketers. One of the best books everyone should read is Breakthrough Advertising and Scientific Advertising. Those 2 books have taught me so much about copywriting, and I highly recommend you guys check them out. Now, obviously, you will learn from split testing and trial and error, but that costs money, and that's not fun. It is essential and you do need to split test, but you can learn a lot without taking any risk from reading and spending more time on improving your skills before you jump into Shopify dropshipping and make a store and run a $100 CBO and get no purchases. That is just going to discourage you because you're trying to get lucky instead of learning a skill, implementing your skill, and seeing the results improve every single time you test. Alright guys, that's it for this video. If you have any questions about this topic, please comment down below and I can make another video, or we can hop on a call and I'll answer your questions as well. If you guys like this content, please like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it, guys. Alright, peace.